Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Wednesday morning, 15th, 2019. It's about 8:45 in the morning. I got here a little early. Whew, kind of warm. Well, I am at least. Just got left McDonald's. They got these cool little donut sticks, something new. McDonald's always come up with some new junk food. I fail to see how any of the food is healthy by any means. But the only thing I ever do really get is maybe a couple of the kids' hamburgers. That's like about my limit. If I'm really hungry and really feeling sassy, I might devour a Big Mac or a quarter pounder. But when I get here in the locking out, I stop off at McDonald's and get a cup of coffee, and now get a 6-piece donut sticks. They're kind of cool. They're really airy. They're not cakey like donut sticks are. They're kind of like a little 3-inch mini churros, but they're pretty good. So guess I got my little routine down. I was reading somewhere yesterday on Facebook newsfeed that LA is getting several hundreds millions more for homelessness. What happened to the last money that they got? Jesus Christ. LA got almost $1 billion, I think, for homelessness in the last 2-3 years. It's being spent mainly on talks, focus groups, gathering professionals. What should we do? How should we spend it? What is the best way to treat homeless? How can we best approach homeless? Blah, 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 blah. All the while they're like a lumberjack, just in the forest, going from tree to tree, chopping it down just so they can burn it up. Are wasting the money, basically. They're wasting the money. I've said this before. If you want to really know how effectively is the best way to utilize said funds, hire a panel of homeless people and some psychiatrists and everything, and some doctors and a couple of politicians, maybe just a councilman or alderman, excuse me. But ask the homeless people. You can't ask someone who has never been homeless in their lives. And I'm not just talking about a few hours or a day, or homeless, all right? You can't, how is someone, if they have full knowledge, and they don't. It's not like being a doctor. A doctor can diagnose and be empathetic with a diagnosis because they know what it means. In the homeless sector, come on, this is totally different. This is politics. This is BS. Just don't. It's not an embarrassment to say, look, we have all this money, but we don't know what is the best way to approach to solving or helping to solve this problem. The county is looking for help. That's all you have to do. It makes you more empathetic. It shows that you really care, that you don't want to be wasteful about the money. But when it comes to the homeless sector, the money comes in and very little goes out for help. To me, I guess I talked about this with the pastor like a few years ago and everything, and I should have known, but I definitely talked it with an ex-coworker of mine, Sue. In this day of age, there's more money in the homeless sector that it's not even really announced. Like, let's say, the muscular dystrophy, leukemia. You don't hear too much about it, especially on TV. You always hear public announcements about diseases or anything, but you don't really see it. Have you? Let me know if you have in the comments below. Let me know if in your area, wherever you are, if you've ever seen a public service announcement to help end homelessness. Never. Homelessness in Africa, I mean, overseas, yeah, starving children, this and starving, but there in this country, right, for homelessness. We've had a couple in maybe the 70s and 80s to stop hunger from food manufacturers or part of, Feed America and all this. But honestly, even a lot of that food that Feed America goes overseas. So you're not really feeding America, you're feeding the world with funds that are allocated from this country for feeding America. Anyway, I think it's really bad. It was about 3 years ago. I think the pastor and I, we were preparing for Memorial Day or Labor Day barbecue, and we were doing a whole bunch of running around. And we went all the way down to East Side Pasadena and took Walnut all the way because the freeway was really congested. And on Walnut is kind of one of those little side streets. But from the library all the way down to East Pasadena, like I said, maybe 3 years ago, I must have counted at least 5 or 6 luxury apartments simultaneously going up here in Pasadena. And Mayor Tornick was, I'm not going to quote him. He said something to the effect that they're looking to end homelessness. This is a real serious matter. We need to do something about this now. Now, we should have done something about this when we had the economy crash in '08. In Pasadena, again, Pasadena just got a lot of money, and they're not really doing anything. Yeah, I got off, but how long did that take? In 2008, 2007, Holly and I, my ex, we just had come from Las Vegas and came to California. And we were homeless. We were living in our truck. We had a decent truck, so it wasn't so bad. We had a '94 Isuzu Rodeo, and I had fixed it really well, so made a bed in the back so we could sleep and everything. We each had 2 jobs. We were both working at San Diego Mall. I was working at Crocs and Sur La Table, and she was working for the Children's Place and Baby Gap, I think. Oh no, Bath and Body. That's right. And we were still homeless, and we were homeless in our truck for about maybe 2 months, and then finally we had enough money that we could get a weekly. So we were getting a weekly, and we were living in Duarte, and the crash was happening, and it was going on. And then we hear something about Washington Mutual, blah blah blah. In Duarte, there was 2 Washington Mutuals, one a block away from us at the weekly, and another one about 6 blocks away at Duarte Shopping Center. And I remember we're on our way to go to work one day, and we see people lined up at both places of the banks, both banks, people lined up. There must have been at least 20 plus, 30 plus people. And I'm, holy shit, this is like it was in the market crash of the 20s, there's a run on the banks, and people were just losing their butts. They couldn't get their money. They wouldn't give them their money. And I'm thinking, God, this is awful. How terrible. To put your money in a banking institution and you can't even touch it. They won't. See, this is why I major banks, but I had to get a bank account, a real one at least. And it was really terrible. And it was kind of bittersweet in the sense because Holly and I, we were already homeless. We're living in a weekly. We were grateful enough to get 2 jobs, and we're starting to get the money, and we're saving our pennies and looking for a place to rent a studio. And things are just getting worse. Luckily, we just scraped ourselves off from the bottom and starting to work our way up to the top while everybody seems to have been slipping off the rungs of the ladder in society, in the economy. So it was pretty bad. And that sparked up a lot of homeless people. When I was homeless, a lot of people lost their tails in '08. So, and something should have been done post that. They knew it was going to happen. We saw it the first time when we had the market crash. Everybody took to their cars, left their homes, and there were camps and caravans of people running all over the country looking for work, looking for a place to live that they could afford, sleeping in their cars. I mean, America was at the homelessness sector of life. back in the 20s. And now it's just like, oh, someone said, "Is this the new norm?" I quoted that a long time ago. This is the new norm. People talk about it. They really don't seem to really want to do. What little I see is fantastic from when Mark goes to like Canada and other places, and he posts that this city, or especially Canada. I like what Canada's doing. When he was up there not too long ago, it's just that I don't understand why we can't fully invest in solving this problem. It's not that hard. It's just the fact that they want to use the money for something else. The time's going to come by the end of the year. Okay, when I said that Pasadena had at least 5 or 6 luxury apartment dwellings, but I think in the 4 years that I was homeless, I only saw Pasadena build 2 affordable housings. One Villa Park or Villa Estates for homeless families, which houses maybe 15 or 20 families. 15 or 20 families. Small complex. Somewhere by Mentor, past Mentor on East Pasadena. And then a senior affordable living. That's it. In 4 years. But year after year, luxury apartments go up in Pasadena. And they're slated for 10% of new dwellings to be affordable housing. But honestly, that's affordable housing. They need to do more as far as like build another project like we used to have in the 70s project. We have Orange Grove in Pasadena, which is kind of like the project buildings, and then there's another one across the way, across from Baja Ranch Market. So there's 2 that I know of in Pasadena, but they really don't. Pasadena doesn't really want homeless people. They'd rather just, sit quietly with their hands crossed and kind of rolling their thumbs and hoping that it goes away. I don't know. Something's got to be done about it. But anyway, I'm going to let you go here. I think it's almost time for me to go. So you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants, and slide on the ice. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It is again, even in Pasadena, it's overcast and cloudy. It's a little bit cooler today, but not so bad. It's not so bad. It's a lot nicer up here, that's for sure. I'm tired. It's Humpday. It's the middle of the week. Getting those extra hours now is just like I get home and I'm pooped. So I'm grateful for those hours. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, and what's going on and what we're doing and how far I've progressed. Wow. I can still see a lot of those moments through those homeless eyes, just in the back of my memory. Oh well. Anyway, my friends, I will post this up once I get home, maybe 8 or 9 o'clock. Until then, you guys have a beautiful Wednesday and an awesome rest of the work week, okay? I will talk to you later. Love you all. Bye.